Prayer written down.
Yeah, I'm rehearsed it.
All right, y'all stand roll. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Let us pray. God, you are so awesome. I just love the way that you do things here in Hudson County and how you are with your people. Lord, I pray as we continue to do your business and be stewards of the money and the finances and the direction of this county. God, you give us wisdom and knowledge on how to do it. As always, God, we ask that you protect and be with our first responders, those who respond to the needs of our people. Be with our military who serve our country. And God, be with all those who make decisions for the people that you have here in America. We thank you for all you do, and we continue to serve you in your mighty name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Okay, first item on the public comments. Are there any public comments? Did you?
Oh, I didn't even know.
Anybody?
There's something rolled up. Yes.
Oh. I have a public comment. Okay. Oh, Z, we have you on the agenda, so you don't need to fill that out. That's fine. Thank you, Doug. Okay, item 3 is to consider and or approve the minutes from our previous commissioners court meeting.
No corrections or additions to the regular meeting on September 11th, 2023.
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve those minutes?
I move to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll second them.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, item 4 is to consider and or approve the county auditor's tabulated report to Commissioners Court. I believe Alicia emailed that out to everyone. Did y'all have a chance to review it? Do I hear a motion?
Move to approve the county auditor's tabulated report.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. All right, item 5 is to review the bills. Did anyone have any questions or comments on the bills? Do I hear a motion then?
I move to pay the bills as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Item 7, consider and or approve payroll.
I have no payroll at this time, but I do have some changes for the core. We have a new hire in the sheriff's deputy, Jake Davis. Another one, Larry Blake Mangus, is back with the county. We have a part-time Sheila Morrison as a part-time custodian. And then Chad Cooper is now a part-time lineman at the airport. And our separated employee was Jody Fleetwood. She was the part-time custodian. And that is it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. All right, item 8 is to consider and or approve National 4-H Week proclamation. Hannah, are you presenting?
Yes.
And Rochelle too? Sort of.
Moral support.
Okay, so we have a couple of our 4-H county 4-H officers here, Michaela White and Jamie Rosebrew, and they're going to hand you the National 4-H Week proclamation. And basically what we're asking is for Hutchinson County Commissioners Court and judge to signify that next week is National 4-H Week, and that we're going to be doing some fun things in the county to kind of promote 4-H and get more members. So
Okay, awesome. And Michaela, right, is the one that's getting the gold star?
she's one of them. Yes.
One of them, yes. And
so
who's the other one? It was
Carly Floyd.
yeah, Carly. Yeah.
And so that's coming up in October. And we're really excited about those two girls. They have been.
Worked hard for that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Been in 4-H for many years and worked very hard on district and state levels to even get that award.
right. That's awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And thanks for being here today. And if y'all want to give that to us, do I hear a motion to accept this proclamation for National 4-H Week?
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that we accept
Okay, I have a motion.
next week.
Second, a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, let's get a picture real quick. Let us sign this real quick and then we'll get a picture with the signed copy. Always go to the right.
Yeah, we kind of feel like.
Do y'all feel left
Left-hand.
hand over there?
Yeah.
Will you send me a copy?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll get here in the middle and you guys can kind of get in the middle and we'll surround you. How about that? Why do you guys like scoot clear?
We couldn't breathe before.
Here, we'll hold that. We'll have to scoot in really tight.
Scoot on in. Before, too long ago.
Here, I'll let you guys hold that. There we go. Is that good?
Yes.
Thanks for coming, y'all.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Always like the pictures. You're always like, you're like.
Oh, what a color coordinating here.
I also want to let you know that we're doing for 4-H, through extension coming up, some programming, this month. Or this next month in October, there's going to be a plot fort on Craig McCoy's farm. And we're going to be discussing how well his cotton trials did this year. And then I know that we've got some big plans from Rochelle as well coming up.
Awesome.
So just make sure y'all stay updated on the Facebook and check that out every month.
Okay,
Thanks, Hannah.
great.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. They're like, no. Okay, item 9 on the agenda is to consider and or approve Tesco's office machine service contract. Carrie has the Tesco's office machines contract or that she's purchased in her office, but this is just the service contract and Craig has reviewed it and has no issues with it. Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion, we approve the Tesco's office machine service contract.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, thank you. Item 10 is to consider and or approve the first contract renewal for the statewide automated victims notification system. So y'all remember last meeting, we approved the Savins contract, and this is just the provider that provides that contract and does the payment. I know it's all kind of confusing, but we participated and executed a participating services agreement identified as contract, and they list the number. And we did that last time, under which vendor would provide Savins to Hutchinson County. And so the contract permitted the Hutchinson County to, in its sole and absolute discretion, renew the contract for 1 additional year renewal terms to the extent of OAG certification agreement remains in effect. So this is just basically the portion of that, I believe, that pays that out. And Craig has reviewed this, no issues. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the contract renewal. Savin.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, thank you. All right, item 11 is to consider and or approve insurance rate increase for over 65 retirees. Amy.
Okay, so this, I sent y'all an email out on the new rates for Hartford. Unfortunately, we don't get these till the end of September. So, but this starts January 1 for the new rates. It did increase a person $17. That number's everywhere. But so the increase for the monthly, if the county picks up, we would be paying $113.89 instead of the $96.49 a person that we're paying now.
And we have that in our budget to
We
take care of
do
that.
have it in our budget, yes.
Okay.
So I did check that to make sure that the new rates and the difference between that was $1,670 a year if we picked up the additional and let them keep their $86.66 a month that they pay right now without increasing theirs. This is their supplemental is what it is. They it's their part A. So it's just a benefit that we have given the retirees that were over 65 that fall off the Blue Cross Blue Shield. Then they're eligible to get on this plan with Hartford with us, and then we help with those pay. So, or if say you retire at the age of 65 and they wanted to go to the Hartford, this is a supplement. So
How many do you have on it now?
we have 8 people.
8.
We have 8. Which I know that y'all took away the retirees under 65. I don't know if this is a benefit that y'all want to keep continuing. I think it's good for people that retire after 65. They're able to get that supplement. Depending on their plan, sometimes it's pretty close. They might be saving a little bit of money by staying with the county. Or going on their own. So it really just depends on what's going on with them, you know.
Y'all have any questions for Amy? Do I hear a motion?
I think we could probably absorb that with the. Yeah.
So do y'all want to go ahead and leave those retirees at the 86.66? Or do y'all want to discuss that?
Say what now?
That to keep the retirees at what they're paying right now, the 86.66, and go ahead and take that increase. And the county pays that increase of this.
So the employee pays 88.66.
Correct.
County
Correct.
pays the rest.
The county would then pay 113 instead of the 96.
Right. So just continuing to absorb the increase.
Right.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
I moved for the county to absorb the increase to the retiree benefit program. Over 65 retirees.
And I'll second it.
All right. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on that? All in favor? Thanks, Amy. All right, item 12 is to consider and or approve the early voting ballot board for November the 7th, 2023 constitutional amendment election.
Yes, and I think that was sent out to everyone. Mary Kay Phelan, Republican chair, has signed and approved. Democratic chair said she would sign and approve it over at the annex after sheriff signs it if he approves. So we have those approvals there. There have been a couple of changes where previously our office clerks could be a part of this ballot board, but Secretary of State feels that is a conflict of interest at this time. So we have had to kind of pivot this, but this is who we have, and Vicki Gilbert and Becky Lively have been on the early voting ballot board in the past, and the 3 current county employees have helped us with elections in the past as well. And I talked to Alicia, and it's no conflict in the way of pay. So All is good on that front.
All right, do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the early voting ballot board for November the 7th constitutional amendment election.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Okay, item 13 is to consider and or approve settlement options on the totaled 2022 Ford Explorer. I believe Leisha sent out some information on that. Did y'all have a chance to review that? Do you have any discussion or comments on that?
I think you're just as well off buying another new one.
34,041.75. Total.
Yeah,
The grand total, yeah.
yeah.
Saturday.
So she commented, well, the vehicle's a total loss, the total loss settlement options. If we would like to own or retain the unit, the total loss settlement would be $30,541.75 after the. And if you would like for us to pick up the unit, the total loss settlement would be as follows. So
So what was the total loss settlement? I don't think it's on this.
it's on the, it was on the the body portion of the email that I sent you. But this is
It's not.
that part there that, see those two options right there?
So net payment 33,041. Deductible 1,000.
If they want to pick, if we want them to come pick up the vehicle, then we get less, I believe. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
That portion of it?
I didn't see that.
I thought I sent it to you. No, I didn't. I probably just sent you the attachment
Yeah,
then.
you sent the
Yeah.
documents.
So what are y'all's thoughts?
See if we have any choice if they have to pick it up, because we don't have anything to do with it.
Well, no, actually says if we would like for them to pick it up, the net payment's 33. We want to own or retain the unit, it's 30. 541. I don't know why we would want it.
No,
We don't have any reason to keep the vehicle.
What are y'all's thoughts?
the only thing, well, no.
Okay, do I hear a motion? Do y'all want to make some kind of motion? Then we'll discuss it some more if we need to.
I'll move to accept the settlement option of them picking it up and totaling the Ford Explorer.
Here a second.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to pick that option where they would come pick the vehicle up. Is there any further discussion? Yes.
Does that include equipment in the vehicle? Does it have to stay?
Oh, did it say in there?
It's
I-
$10,000 radio.
Yeah, no, I would think,
There's nothing.
I mean, that's our equipment. So I would think we would get all of our equipment out of it.
So the insured price wasn't on the vehicle and equipment. It was just.
We need to verify that.
Yes, we do.
Verify that doesn't.
Does it say in the,
I have a $10,000 radio in it. I just want to make sure that
right,
that 10,000.
Yeah, there's a lot of equipment, other equipment in there too. I don't know what.
I don't know if it's salvageable.
But I think it's already been taken out, hasn't it? Do you know,
Do
Sheriff?
you know, Sheriff, has all the equipment been taken out of that, or do you know?
Some of it they're taking up with other cars, but the majority of things.
Okay. Yeah, we'll verify that before we actually give them the go ahead.
There is no equipment added by the county to accept that.
Okay,
I'm not trying to.
well, do you
Change your
want to, do you want to modify your
I
motion to
modify
include
my
that?
motion to ending the removal of our county equipment.
Okay. Okay, so we had a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Okay, item 14 is to consider and or approve contract with Texas Panhandle Prisoner Transport. Z, do you want to come talk to this? No, this is, let me see if I say it right. Zinel? Zanel, right. And she is with, actually, we do most of our business with her through A&B bail bonds, but she also has a proposal for Texas Panhandle Prisoner Transport.
Thank you.
I do. Mhm.
Morning. So like Judge Irwin said, I do own a bail bonds company, but I'm branching out in different sections of it. So Texas Panhandle Prison Transport, we're doing it the right way. We are seeking approval. If one of our clients are caught on a warrant, let's say in Arizona, Louisiana, wherever in the US, that we get the chance to go pick up our own clients to save the county costs, take the heat off the jail or the stress of shoving around jailers to go and do the transport. We have vehicles that got approved through DOT and the DPS that is secured. It's an old state troopers vehicle that we bought. We've got a SUV that's in the process of getting souped up as well. The vehicles has cameras in the vehicle is 4 cameras, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, where you can see the prisoners, and then 1 in the back. We've got all the equipment that was given to us on a list from DPS, like Narcan, the security chains and stuff like that. We are approved. License 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are on the ball. So everything we do is by the book. So the people that will be driving for us is active law enforcement personnel on their off days. So there is officers or deputies that wants to make extra, money here or there on their off days. We use them. So everyone is trained in transport or in that line of work. We also do provide, if let's say the county has a transport to be picked up in a certain amount of time, they don't have to meet the personnel or the, time to go and get it. We'll do it, but we will only work through the jail or the sheriff's office, not with the current bonding company who carries the bond. It's the jail's decision and the sheriff's decision if they want to approve this. But for us to have the opportunity to go and pick up our own clients, this is the main reason why we are here. To do it legally, to do not do illegal transports. And we do branching out on juveniles as well and mentally ill. So that's about it.
Do y'all have any questions for Z?
Is this, let me see what you're asking for us is to enter into a contract with you as a county, in regards to picking up your own clients.
Yeah.
Would that be done through us or presented by our sheriff and
Most counties, it goes through the commissioner's court just to make sure that the third party is on the up and up. I mean, we had to get with like Oldham County, I had to get insurance for 5 million if anything goes wrong. That the liability is there. So every county works different. Like
So how many counties are you currently contracting with?
Oldham, Pampa, Hereford, and then Dumas, Moore County is on hold right now because there was an issue with some of the bail bonds companies down there. That they feel they don't want to pay their competitor to go and pick up their prisoners. I mean, it is what it is. So mostly what we do right now is we're running for Oldham lot.
so what, I mean, sheriff this really is,
I've talked to Monica about it. I previously pushed out this information to the sheriff, to the chief deputy, and to Monica.
I'd rather hear from y'all.
yeah,
This isn't our thing.
yeah, this isn't our,
This sheriff's department's thing.
yeah.
I don't think that it's something we have a great need for, but we do run into, for example, right now we've got somebody in the hospital. That's kind of go off with her today.
And we had it, Monica and I spoke about this last week because we thought, oh, dang, if we had only had this, we could send our transport company down to, where was it? Like the tip of Texas.
Yeah. Aldago County.
Yeah,
If that's really a sheriff's department.
it is. Yes, but we would have to have a contract. We would have to approve a contract before they could use someone.
I'd like for them to come to us and say they have a need
Yeah.
for it, and then if they want it, then they could bring it to us.
Yeah, because I'm not.
But if we approve the contract, we're not paying anything up front until we.
We're under, the way I understand this, we are under no obligation to use them. It's just that we kind of have them back in our back pocket. So if Monica, comes to me again and says, hey, we don't have the manpower to go pick this person up. And we ended up ultimately PRing the person because we couldn't go get him.
Yeah. Well, I don't
So-
see any risk in that. I mean, and then it would be the sheriff's.
It would ultimately always be their call.
Yeah.
It would never be our call.
Yeah.
It would always be their call. I'm just putting this in front of you all. So if we wanted to enter into an agreement and have this in our back pocket for the sheriff's department and the jail, it's ready to go if the need ever arises.
And how it works is with bonding companies, if you bond someone out, you're still liable for that person to come back to court, even if he's arrested wherever. You have to carry every cost on it to bring him back. So the county won't be out of money. We would submit our bill to the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office will get it from that bonding company and we get paid. I mean, the county is not gonna lose.
So
any money.
is that the way, Monica, is that the way that works now? Like if we had to go down to Hidalgo County to pick that person up, the bonding company is the one that pays for that
If he was down there on a bond surrender.
on a bond surrender,
Correct.
not just an original warrant?
If it was an original charge, that cost no matter what.
Right. Okay.
Do you see a need for this? I mean, that's
I don't see a huge need for it, but there are times where we could.
you think it'd be a
pay
good
until we
thing?
Run into it. I think it's a good tool to have on standby. But it's not something, it would be few and far between. Usually we have enough time to go pick up prisoners where we can adjust our schedule, or I can reach out to the sheriff's office and maybe sometimes send a deputy. We just did that this past weekend. Usually we can make it work with in-house, but if we occasionally run into something. it could be utilized.
I'm good with having it in place.
just as a tool, an additional tool. And we are under no obligation to ever use them. It's just that if we get in a bind, we already have this in place.
Okay, I just want to state this. If I was a department head, I would be the one selling to the commissioner's court. Always, any of my subcontractors, anything.
Right.
I would never have a subcontractor. They may be present during the presentation, but department heads are responsible because the money comes out of their budget.
Mhm.
And so this would be a presentation. I'm okay with this, but in the future, if you're responsible for your department, I want to hear from the department head.
I'm okay with this too, but I agree with what you're saying. Yeah.
Craig has looked over the kind of the company profile, but not the actual agreement part, because we just got that today. So that would, if we decided to move forward with it, that would have to be subject to his approval on the agreement part. Any other questions or discussion, or do I hear a motion?
Make a motion that we accept the contract.
Pending Craig's approval.
The county attorney looks at it, got his approval.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I'm abstaining because I'm not gonna vote for something I haven't had time to read, because there's 5 pages of stuff we got handed, so
Did I not send this out to y'all?
I don't think I got it if I didn't know.
It was in the
It was in the agenda packet.
items from Monday, I think, or something.
I'm still gonna abstain because of my
Okay.
stupidity.
Okay.
I guess I skipped over that one though.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Abstaining? Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
And just for security, we have to give all these back so that has all your information.
I'll,
Can keep it.
yeah, I'm gonna send that to Craig and have him review it, and then I'll get back with you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, at this time, we're gonna break into executive session under section 551.074, personnel issues. And Monica and Sheriff, y'all can stay.
Kim,
Don't screw it up.
yeah, now I'm all nervous. Thanks.
That's up on you.
No pressure.
You know nothing about it.
It'll be like, I don't know about that guy.
So I'm gonna say something.
Yes.
So the way that we're on the 28-day cycle, the way our time sheet or our schedules are laid out. So like this schedule right here is September 4th through October 1st. So this actually includes October 1st. So would we want to word that as in comp time that was earned on this schedule?
I think we can only pay through the end of September if that's
I
the,
just don't know how Amy's gonna.
How does their case, your budget is the October 1? Is it coming out of this year's budget regardless of the unplanned duty or planned duty?
Well, we already get paid. Well, so the next one.
Yeah, so you get paid on September 30th. But it's
I don't know that's bigger than my brain.
we'll talk to Amy, we'll talk to Amy about that. Yeah,
Just
for
work.
sure.
Because the comp time showed earned is gonna be comp time earned from September 4th through.
Through October 1.
State.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're fine. 10 went out at.
To be paid.
Okay, and
Two.
back in at
And
10:15.
the 22, 23 fiscal. year. That would cover it. For the
You should get the.
Tell me when you're ready.
It's not a total loss.
That, you know,
That's what I think I got.
I'm sure you could.
All right, item 16 on the agenda is to consider and or approve any action from our executive session.
Okay. I move to approve payment for the jailers who have been working hospital duty. Their comp time to pay up to October 1st to be paid out of the end of the 2022-23 fiscal year budget.
can you restate that,
Yeah.
please?
No,
Will you read it back to us, Kelly?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
I
Okay.
abstain, 'cause I don't know what I'm voting.
Because you can understand it.
Kelly's like,
I think I could.
okay.
Repeat that back to you.
Okay, item 17 is to consider and or approve the 84th Judicial District salary orders for the court administrator, bailiff, and official court reporter. Any questions, comments?
This is just standard every year.
It is.
I move to approve the 84th judicial district salary orders for court administrators, bailiff, and official court reporter.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, and 18 is to consider and or approve the 316th Judicial District salary orders for official court reporter.
I move to approve the 316th judicial district salary orders for the official court reporter.
no, second it.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? 19 is to consider and or approve 84th and 316th Judicial District appointment of director and setting salary of the director of the Community Supervision and Corrections Department. Do I hear a motion?
Move to approve the 84th and 316th district appointment of director salary as presented.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, item 20 and 21 is to consider and or approve the salary orders for the county auditor and the assistant county auditor.
Move to approve the orders for the county auditor and assistant county auditor.
I'll get,
And I'll second it.
we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? I'm gonna give you those. sort of-
Motion.
It was the last. one. Scroll down.
Oh, yeah.
It's the last attachment.
Yeah, there was a. All right, item 22 is to consider and or approve the Commissioners Court meeting dates for 2024. I think I emailed those out to you in the agenda information. Did y'all have a chance to look at those? Do you have any questions?
I was confused, when we go in April to, it's in Amarillo, I know. Is that on there? I looked at the wrong date, maybe.
April 22nd, yes, is the conference actually, starts on Tuesday, the
Oh, okay.
23rd.
My brain's always
Yeah,
thinking the day before, but we're just. in-
well, Monday,
I'll have to be there, but like to
on Monday, because
the committee.
we have committee meetings. But Tuesday is when the actual conference
Okay.
starts. But if you're on a committee, you'll have to be there that afternoon. But I think we can still have a meeting
Okay.
and still get there.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah.
I move to approve the Commissioner Court meeting dates as presented for 2024.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, thank you. All right, 23 is to consider and or approve any ARP grant projects. I did not have any. 24 is to consider and or approve burn ban or rescind the burn ban.
The current drought index is 276. The rain that came through. Did have, that's Thursday, we did have some storms move through. A good portion of the county, the Rich area to get some microbursts from those storms. We had some
Yeah.
recorded damage to the weather service on some of the north or north of Rich areas. We had some structural damage on, I know there's one multi-story structure that was damaged and a lot of RVs were flipped over as well. So,
Crazy.
That chicken coop was there.
Your chicken coop.
but as of right now, I recommend no action on it.
Thank you. All right, item 25 is to consider and or approve disposal of obsolete office equipment. We have a few things. Let me get to it. Some chairs, office chairs from the district attorney's office. They have and a stapler. And then I think we already disposed of the office chairs. I think they forgot to take that off, but I think it's just the stapler this time. And then let's see, the sheriff's department has an old desk that's broken and some chairs that are pretty broken down. And then I got one from Carrie that I don't think I included in your packet because I just got that later on Thursday. And it's a two desktop risers, a Logitech keyboard, a Logitech mouse, and a Lenovo keyboard.
And there's two pins in the, over
That
there,
don't
they don't
anymore.
work.
Which I probably picked up at a vendor show.
It's okay. I'm just kidding. Amy, you have them, right? We'll transfer them. I'll fill out the paperwork.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve disposal of the obsolete office equipment.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, item 27 is to consider and or approve requests for the use of the club rooms at the Border Library or Fritz.
I didn't mark anything. I don't think I have anything.
I have something, but I forgot it. It was in my briefcase.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I marked that off and then. Okay, so now,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, you
can
have
bring it
something,
to us
but I don't
next
remember
time.
when it.
Yeah.
Since I don't have my briefcase, I
All right.
just didn't go.
Sorry. All right, let's go back to 26 because I skipped it. Accept certificates of completion from elected or appointed officials.
I have Chris Prott, Commissioner Precinct 4, with reporting period January 1, 2023 to December 31, 2023, with County Judges and Commissioners Association of Texas. Total hours earned 29. He has met his 2023 Commissioner Statutory Continuing Education requirement. Gary Alexander, Precinct 1, successfully completed 6 hours of educational training during the Panhandle County Judges and Commissioners Conference. Ben Bentley, Commissioner Precinct 3, successfully completed 6 hours of educational training during the Panhandle County Judges and Commissioners Conference.
Okay, thank you. All right, now on item 28, consider and or approve line item changes, transfers and or budget amendments. I believe Leisha sent that out to y'all. Do y'all have any questions on that?
I move to approve the line item changes, transfers, and budget amendments as presented.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay,
Real slow.
Bye-bye.
all right. 29 is to consider and or approve advertising, opening, accepting or awarding bids. Have a bid for the roof at the county barn.
Yeah, bids for that roof job, the Dougie Cottontail.
Yes, Mesa Roofing and Kelly Roofing.
Yeah, they all meet the obligations according to the insurance company. I had Lisa call and make sure. We don't want to go. I think it would be really nice to put the extra roof on and add the insulation because that barn's not insulated great anyway.
Yeah.
And that was the quote from Kelly.
That was the higher quote from Kelly. Yes, one of them was just to put the tin on with no insulation in there, and I wasn't real big on that. And then the bid from Mesa, they were going to do a complete tear off, which part of the barn at one end has got the blow on insulation that's stuck to the metal. So they were just going to overlay that 20 or 25 foot, whatever that is. And the rest of it, they're going to take the metal off and put new metal on. Because that'd be a major job to pull that metal off and get all that insulation off and to redo that and blow the insulation back in and repaint it and all that stuff. But
And-
Kelly acted like that, this deal that they do that pretty regularly on jails and county buildings. Alicia called and talked to the insurance company and they said, yeah, it's a common practice to do that. But I don't care. Like I say, the cheapest one meets the obligation to the insurance company, so we can, because there's $12,489 of depreciation money that we would get back as soon as the job is done. As long as they met all the guidelines.
So with the only thing I didn't see on the bid was the 5-year warranty. By the Mesa didn't have that listed on theirs. And then with the Kelly Roofing, it had the 5-year warranty as well as the last 30 for the paint from Mueller. I didn't see that listed on the any type of warranty aspect from Mesa Roofing.
I think as long as you're gonna fix it, might as well fix it right. I like what Kelly wants to do.
Yeah, the total replacement cost is $77,854. And their bid was $72,474.49. That's with the insulation.
Yeah.
So.
And the culvert, or not culvert, the downspouts.
I definitely think if we put the lifted roof on, it needs to be insulated in there just to help that barn utility.
No bids from anybody that does steel buildings.
These are the only 2 bids we received.
Kelly reached out to several.
Yeah.
I'll give her a list.
Do you think a steel building, people that does steel buildings would bid on?
Yeah.
That's who I would have called.
Well, Mueller was in on the Kelly
Yeah.
stuff, but I don't know about Prime from Dumas.
I don't know.
They never responded back.
Panhandle Steel Erectors, we reached out to them. We reached out to several places. They didn't get any response from them.
Can't make them send us a bid. They don't want to. Okay,
So-
any further discussion or questions for Dwayne on the bids or? Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion. We accept the bid from Kelly Roof with the insulation.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept the bid from Kelly Roofing with the insulation. And that sum would be 72,474, correct?
49. Yes.
49. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Thank you.
Thank you.
Dwayne.
I love it.
It's for Lisa here. All right, item 30 is to consider and or approve any donations to Hutchinson County. Tammy?
Mhm.
What about 2 pins?
31, consider and or approve reports from elected or appointed officials required by statute.
I have one from Dwayne Chisholm, Road Superintendent, submitted written reports for dates September 11th, 2023 to September 24th, 2023.
Okay.
And I think we have to make a motion.
Yes, do I hear a motion to accept that report?
So moved.
We have to accept a department head's report or
Well,
like.
it says consider and or approve
Oh,
reports.
okay.
Yeah, from elected or appointed officials.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, 32, discussion of county judges and commissioners precinct daily operations. Don't have
A
any
lot of calls about potholes and
at the annex?
no, this.
Oh,
metal.
out in your precinct?
Out south of Grown Dyke, roads kind of washed out. Wayne been getting after it.
Okay.
So when they get a chance, they're getting on it. So we've had a lot of that this year with all the rains.
Anything else going on in anyone's precinct?
Updating all the software and all the train equipment here in the courthouse, all the units. Getting the flooring done in the jail. Monica's doing that. Other than that.
Quiet.
Don't say that.
Don't jinx it, but. No unusual problems, put it that way.
Through the library, we've got the Kelly Roofing sending their handyman over this morning to paint the inside. They patched the holes where they had to take out the pipe, the drain line and replace that. They did the water test and it was fine.
You passed the water test?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're having that, and then they're gonna install a couple of wall mounted ladders up there on the roof to get from. You have to kind of parkour section to section at times, and sometimes when they have to bring their own ladders to inspect it and go up there. So we're gonna, from the maintenance budget, we're gonna get out of, and we're gonna get some wall mounted ladders, because there's some walls that are 6 foot high that you have to climb over to get to other parts of the library. There's like 8 different
Would
roofs.
not be my job.
Yeah, I just look at it and go,
Yeah.
That's what drones are for.
oh, it's.
Okay, anybody else have anything else? Can't think of anything. 33 is to consider and or approve the sale of struck off tax properties and tax deeds. I do not have any. Does anybody have anything else? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? All in favor?